So these are the identities that we have used so far, and this is prove the identities. So let's start with question number A. Question number A, what we have on the left hand side is sine A plus 60 plus sine A minus 60. Now we have to break this down. So we already know sine A plus B is sine A cos B, which happens to be 60, plus cos A sine B, which happens to be 60, plus, now this one is sine A minus B. Remember, in case of A plus B, we just write plus. In case of A minus B, we write minus. So it would be sine A cos 60 minus cos A sine 60. Now, if we break this down, cos A sine 60 and cos A sine 60 cancels off, and we can write it as 2 sine A cos 60 by just adding these two by algebra. Now, we know from the triangle that cos 60 is half. So 2 sine A, and this is half. Remember, this half is not to be multiplied with this A, because sine A is one entity. It has to be multiplied with this 2, and it cancels, and the answer is going to be sine A. So left hand side is identical to right hand side. Question number B. The left hand side that we have here is cos A by sine B minus sine A by cos B. Now the first thing we have to do is take LCM. So it would be sine B cos B. So by taking LCM we get sine B matches. What we have is cos B. So this would be cos A cos B minus, here cos B matches, it will be sine A sine B. So that's what we have. Now we know by identity cos minus sine is going to be cos A plus B. So this would be cos A plus B. And here we have sine B cos B. And that's exactly what we have to prove. So therefore, left hand side is identical to right hand side. Question number C. Question number C, we have on the left hand side sine x plus y divided by cos x cos y. So let's break this down. So what we can do is break the numerator as sine A plus B. So this would be sine A sine B plus, using this sum of angles identity, cos A cos B, and we have downstairs cos x cos y. Now what we have to do over here is we have to simplify. So since we have downstairs cos x cos y, we can divide both portions like this: sine x sine y divided by cos x cos y plus cos x cos y divided by sine cos x cos y. So that's what we have. This is sine cos. Since this is sine A plus B, this should be sine cos cos sine. Okay, it should be this one, sine cos cos sine. So let me correct it over here. This should be sine cos cos sine, using the sum of angle identities. Okay, now it is all right. So sine x by cos x by the identity of tan theta, we can write it as tan x. And cos y cancels, plus sine y by cos y, we can write tan y, and cos x cancels. So we have tan x plus tan y. So therefore, left hand side identical to right hand side. The next one is question number D. So question number D is cos, we have some angle A plus B, plus square root of 3, and we have sine theta. So this is what we have. So, and we have to break it down as sine a plus b. So let's do this. Let me go a little bit over here. Okay, so this is question number D. Left hand side is cos theta plus pi by 3 plus square root of 3 sine theta. So if we break cos a plus b, it is going to be cos minus sine, and we have this thing plus square root of 3 sine theta. Now we have to break this down. Now when we break down cos pi by 3, remember cos pi by 3 is cos 60 degree, and cos 60 degree from the triangle, it is going to be half. So this is going to be half. Cos theta multiplied by half. Now this is sine theta. Now sine 60 degrees opposite by adjacent from that right angle triangle. Remember the right angle triangle is like this. This is square root of 3, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 60 degrees. So sine 60 degrees square root of 3 by 2. So this would be square root of 3 by 2. And this is plus square root of 3 sine theta. Now this one is cos theta times half minus. Now if you take sine theta common over here, it turns out to be, if you take sine theta minus sine theta common over here, because remember sine theta, they're separate. So what we get over here is square root of 3 minus square root of 3. So if you simplify this, if you take square root of 3 over here, half minus 1 is minus half. So this would be cos theta times half minus sine theta, and this would be minus square root of 3 by 2. If you multiply the minus with the minus, it becomes cos theta into half minus minus plus square root of 3 by 2 sine theta. That's what we get. Now remember, what we have to write over here is, what is half? Sine of what is half? So if you remember, this is 30 degree, this is 60 degree. Sine of 30 is opposite by hypotenuse, that is half. So sine 30. So instead of cos theta, instead of half, we can write sine 30, meaning sine pi by 6. Plus, what is square root of 3 by 2? Well, cos 60 degree is half, and cos 30 degree is square root of 3 by 2. So that is going to be pi by 6. So this is going to be cos pi by 6 sine theta. If you remember, this is cosine plus sine cos. If you follow the angle, cos is theta, sine is pi by 6, cos is pi by 6, sine is theta. So it is like this: sine pi by 6 cos theta plus cos pi by 6 sine theta. So we can write it as sine a plus b. So a is pi by 6, b is theta, and that's exactly what we had to prove over here. So let's check. Sine theta plus pi by 6. That's exactly what we have to prove. But there is another way of doing this sum. Suppose when you are over here, cos theta half plus square root of 3 by 2 sine theta, you're finding converting from this to this a bit too complicated. So it doesn't really matter. In that case, you leave the left hand side over here and you take the right hand side and see whether it matches with this. So you can go back to the original question like this. This is the right hand side, and you can break the right hand side like this. Sine a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So sine, cos, sine. So what we can write over here, this is going to be cos theta, this is going to be sine pi by 6. So this is going to be sine theta cos pi by 6 or cos 30 is going to be root 3 by 2 plus cos theta sine 30 degrees is going to be half. So it is half cos theta root 3 by 2 sine theta. If this portion matches with what you did up to here, which matches completely, you can just write left hand side equal to right hand side. So if you have any problem converting the left hand side completely to the right hand side, then you can do the left hand side up to a point where you can break it down and then go back to the right hand side all over again and break it down and see whether the left hand side and the right hand side matches, and then you can write left hand side equal to right hand side. That's all.